So recently I made Hasselback potatoes, which are, you know, slices cut in them, and then there's cheese and bacon and all kinds of yummy stuff surrounding them. And today I'm going to do a nod to Hasselback potatoes in an au gratin. So first I have to slice up my potatoes. And I have my mandolin out, and they're about an eighth of an inch thick. There we go. And I'm just going to run this along my mandolin to slice them so that they're even. And the reason I want them evenly sliced is so that they cook evenly. And I have this piece that goes on top to help guard my hand. Which I use when I get down to the end. So when I get down to about that much left, I want to save my hand because mandolins are extremely sharp. I mean, you see how easily a potato is sliced through there. So you don't want to get your fingers stuck or sliced through. So I have about 6 russet potatoes, about medium size, and they are all sliced and cut. Now we'll move on to our gratin part. I have 6 ounces of shredded fontina cheese. I have 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese. And I have 2 ounces of Colby-jack cheese. I'm going to mix these all together. Because I don't know if we've told you, but we like cheese in this house. Like a lot of cheese. And then I'm going to take a little over a handful, about that, I guess it's about a cup out, and set it aside. We're going to use that to cover the top of our gratin. And in the meantime, we're going to take the cheese that we have left, which is about 2/3 of the mixture, really. I'm going to add 3 cups of heavy cream. Two teaspoons of minced garlic. A teaspoon of black pepper. 2 teaspoons of salt, sorry. And a half a teaspoon of ground thyme. And now we are going to stir that together. And then I'm going to take those sliced potatoes and put them into my cream mixture. And get them nice and coated. And then we're going to prepare our pan. So I have a 9x13 casserole dish, and then I have 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm just going to run it along the pan to butter the pan. Make sure you get the sides so that the cheese and the cream don't stick. It makes it a whole lot easier to clean up. And don't worry if you don't use both tablespoons. It's okay. Now I'm going to take my potatoes, and I want to make sure that they have cream, that cream mixture in between each potato. And then we're going to line them up like this. want them really close together. Let's see. It looks like we could benefit from another potato. I don't think I have another potato. So we're gonna squish things down a little to make it cover the entire dish. And we're gonna take that leftover cream mixture and pour it right over the top. I want to make sure I get all of the cheese and all of the seasonings and all of the cream into this dish. And then I'm going to take a piece of tin foil, seal it up, and our oven is preheated to 400 degrees. We are going to slide this into a 400 degree oven and bake it for 30 minutes. So our potatoes have been in the oven for about 30 minutes. Now I'm going to uncover them. See how pretty that looks? And then we're going to put them back in the oven for another 30 minutes. And then we're going to pull them out, put cheese on them, and put them back in the oven for another 30 minutes. So this takes about an hour and a half total cooking time. So, second 30-minute interval, uncovered. Now we're going to take that third of the cheese that we set aside earlier, and I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top. And y'all have no idea how good this smells right now. And then we're going to put this uncovered again back in the oven for another 30 minutes. So our Hasselback potato au gratin is finished out of the oven. As you can tell, still bubbling. So we're going to let it cool down for about 15 minutes and then we'll come back to eat.